Doon 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 doon. Hold up, man. Wait a minute. Hold up. One more time. Let me throw up the peak one more time on the screen. Where is it at? Doon 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 doon. Yo, man. It's been a minute, yo. It's been a minute. All right. Now hold up. Let me pull up the camera. This break has felt like an eternity. Whoa, why am I up here? Why am I up here? Hello? Yo, they got me in the corner. Hold up, man. Why am I so small? Dude, they got me in the corner chilling. YouTube's trying to take me out. Why am I so small? Look at this. Dude, legit. This is me in comparison to Dorian Broggie. You know what I'm saying? This is me compared to my dog Loki. Like this is and Recon. You know what I'm saying? They're right, Free Rocket Band. This is Chimera and Recon. All right. So this is Elbaf scaling, exactly Quag 2. Suitable for Elbaf. All right, let's pull this into the thing here. Let me turn on the light. All right. Yo, it's good to see y'all, man. It is good to see y'all. First and foremost, as I threw up here earlier, I just have to shout out the manga that I've, besides One Piece, obviously, because I'm too biased towards it, but the weekly manga that I have enjoyed the most this year is that Akane Banashi Greatness. Why do I keep moving myself, bro? Move the image. Move the image. He doesn't want to. Anyways, I'll put myself right here, right behind Akane, so that you can't see me and you're forced to see the greatness. I really love this manga. I think y'all should definitely check it out if you have not done so already. I know a lot of people are already fans of this manga. I can't stop singing its praises enough, especially where we're at right now. It is such a good manga. But Ali G already at it again, and we just started. And we already have the Gorosei dropping in on a Sunday night, mind you. On a Sunday night. Ali G coming up in like swimwear. Wait, what is this? Chat log. Ali G coming up in like swimwear with the 20 gifted. Now, I don't know if this is a Christmas gift or if this is news of peak to come, because every single time that Ali G drops in the 20 bomb before we start a chapter, it's gonna be some peak. Which, by the way, is my mic working? I haven't even checked. It's been so long, I might need to narrate. We might need to narrate the fact that Ali G just gifted 20 memberships to the channel. Now, if this isn't me attempting to audition for some sort of ASMR video, I don't know what is. But I am attempting to audition. If anybody out there is looking, I'm always looking. To make some more money, you know what I'm saying? As stated by Paul Heyman, as stated by Paul Lee Dangerously. But Ali G comes in with 20 memberships. On a serious note, thank you so much, Ali G, for that. It means the world. You continue to come up in like swimwear, no matter what the chapter. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you so much as always, Ali G. Hope everything's well with you and the family. Double E Giuliani comes in with a 10. It says, as I always say, One Piece gets better with you. Super excited for your reaction to this chapter. Appreciate you, Double E Giuliani. Thank you so much for the kind words. I can most certainly say that One Piece is better, always will be better, and is one of the main reasons why I'm even still doing this, because it's better with all of you. You know what I'm saying? One Piece would not be the same without this community. I don't even know if One Piece would be my favorite series, like on a personal note, if it wasn't for the experience that I've had with the community. The community experience is what allows it to reach that next level, both in terms of the overall community as well as the community we've built here on the channel on a weekly basis. It's just, it elevates everything. The discussions, the memes, the fun times, the sad times, the hype times, you know. It's always special. So I appreciate you, double E Giuliani. I really, really do, for the kind words. Just know the feeling is mutual, from me to y'all as well. Like, the One Piece experience truly is better with each and every single one of you. And now, especially since, have we transitioned to Viz? Dude, I feel like I've done the Viz for multiple weeks now. I've been doing the Viz for Hunter x Hunter. I've been doing the Viz for the best-selling manga in history. Are we just transitioning over to the Viz, low-key? Hey, reach out to your boy. You know what I'm saying? Viz Media. Reach out. Reach out. Let me see. Viewer activity. Josh Pointer comes in with a 10 and says, so Josh Pointer coming in with the all caps 10. This is how I know we are really in for some gas. We are so back for the OP greatness. Let's pray for Oda's health. Seriously, I'm so glad that he is recovering and hopefully back to a level where he can continue to write the story that he wants to write. But the thing I was most worried about when I heard about the hiatus was Oda's health, because it came out of nowhere, right? We were all expecting a chapter, and when it didn't happen, it was like, man, I really hope he's good. So I'm glad that apparently he's backing up in like somewhere. So I'm hoping for nothing but the best for our boy Ichiro Oda. For reference, we'll likely get 2 more chapters this year, making the year 31 total chapters, which will be the lowest total ever by Oda. That makes sense though, because we've had several 3-week breaks this year. I think the closest to this year in terms of breaks was 2014, which is whenever he was really, really sick. So, and that makes sense. That most certainly makes sense. Now, let me go ahead and see. Oh, we got something else here. Appreciate you once again, Josh Pointer, for that and for clarifying that. I didn't know how many more chapters we had left this year. So I'm going to assume it's going to be this next chapter and then the Game Awards week chapter, or we're gonna get the end of the year chapter that we normally get, like around Christmas time. So I guess we'll find out when exactly the next chapter after next week. I think next week we're getting a chapter, right? At least I'm assuming, because I think next week is the first official Shonen Jump issue of 2025, because that's always how it is for the first week or 2 of December. So I think we should get a chapter next week. Although I don't know if we're on an Oda break. So I guess we'll find out when we get to the end of the chapter. But Northside with a Z comes in with a 2. Shout out to my boy Northside. It says peak, all caps. Can't wait to see the peak that is in store, Northside, dog. Appreciate you. Thanks so much for stopping by. Yo, Northside, man, what a great time. What a great time to be reading these stories, bro. You know, we used to discuss the One Piece and Hunter x Hunter greatness so often when we first started doing this. And look at the series now. Look at the stories now. Who would have thought that Hunter x Hunter would be where it's at right now, and that One Piece would be where it was at right now, 10 years later. You know what I'm saying? So I'll love to Northside, man. Hope everything's well. And then maybe PHX. Maybe Phoenix, maybe PHX comes in with membership and joins the Kingdom of Santa Hats. All love to you, maybe PHX. Thank you so much for joining the Kingdom of Santa Hats. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and see here. Oh, and then Northside comes in with a 2 and says, "We back. We're back, baby. We are so back." Yo, it's crazy, right? I'm not gonna lie though, this break week went by faster for me than the 11:30 break week, because the 11:30 break week felt like it took an eternity for us to get a new chapter. I feel like this one didn't feel that long for me. Maybe because it wasn't as long, but it just didn't feel that long for me. So let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to put up the poll for the chapter. Read the title, and then we'll figure this out. Let me know if we're reading the title. While you let me know if we're reading the title, Ishak N comes in and joins the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce. All love to you, Ishak N. I appreciate you so much for joining the Kingdom of Awesome Sauce and for becoming a member. All love to you and as well to maybe PHX as well. Now, let's go ahead and see what we've got going on. Because, if this is going to be our last or second to last official chapter of the year, then we gotta see what my dog is cooking. From chapter 1104, because I think 1103 was the official last chapter of last year. No, I think 1102 was the official last chapter of last year, and then 1103 was the first of this year. I don't remember. I remember the first official chapter this year being Kuma slapping the ever-loving Flagnars out of Saturn. That's all I remember. So that was either 1104 or 1103. Or was it Kuma arriving on Egghead? We'll find out. We'll find out whenever I go back and do the reread again. But I think it was one of those two chapters. Either way, from that chapter up until now, would you believe me a year ago if I would have been like, within this year, we're going to see Kuma Celestial Dragon punching a Gorosei. Specifically Shinji Garcia Saturn. Then we're going to get the Gear 5 panel with Bonnie looking up at the individual whom she set out to see to attempt to find. Then in that very same stretch, we would then get the Gorosei showing up on Egghead. Followed by the reveals of the Vegapunk message that took us around the world to the point to where we got DeMarco Black, Demalo Black, Foxy, and Gaimon back in our manga. Back within our manga. And at the same time, while all that is happening, we had the insanity, the awesome sauce of the Emmett and Joy Boy stuff, which we saw a Joy Boy silhouette, and we saw Joy Boy's hockey. We saw this man utilize a phone call from the past. He stored it in an email. And the Amazon delivery guy, Emmett, was like, I got you. It will be delivered, even if it's 800 years late. If that's not good service, I don't know what is, man. I don't know what is. Goes up in like swimwear. And we get to find out the truth about the One Piece world, solidifying what all of our theories have been throughout all of these years. And then we get Elbaf on top of that. It's been a good year. It has been a fantastic year for the series, both in the anime and the manga. And next year is going to have more Elbaf. It's going to have the return of the anime, the remake, and potentially live action. What am I trying to say with this? I'm trying to say that we are here today to read the latest installment in that Elbaf greatness. We are in Dorian Brogy Town. We are in Giant Village. Higanto Village. And it is time for us to read the latest greatness in the best-selling manga in history. And it's starting to hit now that I'm actually about to read the next chapter. After coming off of that Loki greatness, after coming off of Bangs Robin, like, dude, we are here to read not Batman, not Superman. We're here to read the individual who was at the Thanksgiving parade and did not get his hat popped. His hat was too strong for Green Bull this time. And you want to know why it was too strong for Green Bull? Because this year, we also got Luffy holding Saturn and Kizaru like pizzas. And if Luffy was holding Saturn and Kizaru like pizzas, what's a Green Bull to a Luffy who can hold Kizaru and Saturn like pizzas? He's nothing. Nothing. And that's why the Thanksgiving Day parade went on without a single... Because we knew that he couldn't deal with that. And that's why we're here today to read the one, the only... Let's go, man. Dude, it's time for me to see what the continuation of what happened last time, bro. Hey, Bello Betty, I would never disrespect Superman and Batman, of course. I would never do such a thing. I would never do such a thing. Now, when the time comes and, you know, we're the best-selling comic of all time, that'll be a great day. That is definitely going to be a day where I will be clowning both of them, but I will be clowning them because of their... No. The coach is a Batman fan. I have a lot of Batman. I've got like some good old Superman too. I like Supes. Clark Kent, good man. He's a good man. Bruce Wayne, Terry McGinnis. Hey, I rock with that. I rock with Batman. I rock with Batman Beyond. I rock with Batman the Animated Series. I rock with the movies. I rock with the comics. But they ain't Monkey D. Luffy. You know what I'm saying? They ain't Monkey D. Luffy. And that's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I rock with them, though. They may not rock with me because copyright, but, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. That is why we are here today to read some greatest. Am I reading the title this week? Let me see. 93%. 93%. Okay. So we are going to be reading it. Let's see. Yo, Batman Beyond was special. Dude, I gotta watch the Penguin. I most certainly have to watch the Penguin. That's honestly, while we're in that break, I'm gonna try to watch that before the end of the year. I'm definitely gonna try to watch the Penguin. Now, let's see. One Piece chapter 1130. Dude, it feels so weird reading this on the Viz page. One Piece chapter, 1132. Adventure in Elbaf. Come on! Come on, man! How can you look at that and not have something course through your veins? I think I have Ozzy and Drix going through my blood cells. And they're just going through hype. I mean, they're climbing like they're Soap McTavish in the beginning of Modern Warfare 2. Like, dude, we moving. We got hype. Adventure in Elbaf. Adventure in Elbaf. Come on, man. And that moves me. That line moves me, bro. Adventure in Elbaf. Sweet mother of Flagnard. And under it, We get to see the back of Wano with Speed and Tama, Yamato, Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest, Surrogate Pilgrimage Volume 19, Udon Castle, under reconstruction at the quarry. Oh, wow, yeah, it is much. I was like, what in the world am I looking at? That is a brand new Udon prison now being called Udon Castle. That is so interesting. So, that's actually super dope. I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like whenever it finishes. Udon Castle. We're reading the officials today. We're reading the officials. Exactly, yeah, for real, Vortex. Adventure on Egghead. It's like, dude. Anytime we get an adventure, a blank chapter, it's always a good time. What is this? We see like a ship. Boo-woo. It's the Great Eric. Turlotto? The Red Force Podcast? Shanks? Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold up, man! We got the Red Force Podcast. It's the Great Eric. The giant pirates have returned. Isn't that great? What took them so long? Is that the kid? Is that the kid from the Shanks chapter? Hold up. That is the kid from the Shanks chapter, right? Isn't that the kid from the Shanks chapter? Looks very similar. Hey, captains, are you gonna drink at the pub? Child of Elbaf is a fire name. Colin. It is, right? It's the two-piece MC, Vicky the Viking. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, great character design, Squag, too. Great characters. Yeah, exactly. Chapter 1076, Silver Shot. It's Buffy. For real, Phoebe. It's Buffy. We got a Buffy Colin here. So we got an whap. Oh no, they're going straight up. And we see Makino's sister here at the bar. Oh, they are. That's smart. If they've got guests with them, once they start drinking, they'll be here for 3 whole days. It'll be that one SpongeBob episode. 3 days. It took us 3 days to make that potato salad. 3 days. If you're going up to the Sun World, the Sun World? The Sun World. So they called, at the end of the last chapter, they called the place where Loki was. That was the underworld, right? So if that was the underworld, then is the Sun World the top? Or is the Sun World the middle? Because I think it's split into 3, right? So is the Sun World the top or the middle? If you're going up to the Sun World 2, then I've got Ripley's favorite here. Ripley's Believe It or Not, and a bit of Daddy's favorite too. Wow, thanks. So I wonder who Pops is. Do you know about the pirate that Captains Dory and Brogy are bringing here? He was just named one of the 4 emperors. Yo, the kid knows about the other protagonist. This is kind of crazy. Even Captain Redhair was talking about him. Shanks was hyping up Luffy to this kid? Yo, hold on, man. That actually warms my heart a bit. It truly does. It truly does. The fact that Shanks is still similar to like whenever Ace would hype up Luffy and always warm my heart. Whenever Shanks does it, it hits different. Just knowing the fact that he was the one that allowed us to go on this journey in the first place, or inspired Luffy to go on this journey in the first place. So anytime that we see like him hyping up Luffy, it's always it hits different. It hits different. But for the other 2-piece protagonist to be mentioning Luffy here is super cool. Ooh, and we get Shanks in a panel, in a flashback panel. Don't forget this name, Straw Hat Luffy. Oh. He's like, yo, don't forget Mugiwara no Luffy imprinted into your head. Remember the name. Remember the name, man. Cue the song. Don't forget this name. Straw Hat Luffy. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, the kid is hyped. He's like, yo, one of the 4 emperors, one of the most recently named 4 emperors, has arrived. I've got to go meet him. In that sense, he is similar to Luffy. He's not even scared. He's like, yo, I got to go meet him. Shanks was talking about him. He's got to be that guy. He's got to be that guy. So, Luffy already met Loki, which we assume is going to have like a super major part in this arc. And then this was the first character that we saw from Elbaf outside of Dory and Brogy and like, of course, like Hadru Dean and the other giants. Colin Buffy. Colin was like the other one that we saw pretty early on. And so I'm assuming gonna have at the very least some sort of role within the arc. So the kid heads off. So we're gonna have Vicky the Viking and Luffy meeting up. That's gonna be super cool. I'm looking forward to whenever that takes place. Hey kid, not the captain. Tell the captains we'll deliver the snacks for their feast later. Yeah, sure. Look, it's the great Eric. Our timing's perfect. The rainbow's just touched... The rainbow? Like the Lucky Charms? Taste the rainbow? It's magically delicious. Hold up, dude. They got a rainbow for real? We're about to have Mario Kart? With Rainbow Road? The rainbows just touched down. Let's ride their coattails. Oh, dude, that looks so sick. So here we get to pan out a little bit, and we see the rainbow right behind the tree. It's a rainbow. It's so pretty. What a huge rainbow. I wonder if it's raining on the other side. Dude, that is so cool. That is so and it's specifically because of the way that it's being showcased here in this page. We get to see all the waters coming out from the trees. And then right behind it, of course, we see this massive, I mean, it is a ginormous rainbow. So, if he was being literal with that, and they go to ride this rainbow, that would be super on brand for the kind of arc that we were expecting, which is one of those Oda twisting fairy tales and turning them and odifying them, right? Which I think would be super, super interesting. So what is on the other side of a rainbow? It's the 4-leaf clover, you know what I'm saying? It's the treasure. Which I think is super on brand for the pirate stuff as well. So hopefully we do ride the rainbow. Bangs Robin in my 10 out of 10 chapter. Bangs Robin, another chapter. And we've got Brooke, we've got Bonnie, Jinbei, Lilith, and we got Hat Frankie, dude, looking fresh. I've never felt a rainbow so close before. It's really bright and solid. Bonnie's got the stars in her eyes. That's awesome. Are they supposed to be visible at this angle? It's such a mysterious and beautiful sight every time I see it. Is it that wondrous to you? We draw them with these painters. Painters? Draw? What does he mean by that? That he drew that rainbow? What is he, Rohan from JoJo? Draw them? You mean you created that rainbow? But of course! This guy's acting like that's just another piece of of common language. Like, yeah, man, I drew that rainbow the other day. You know what I'm saying? It's just a part of everyday life. You know how crazy it would be for somebody to come up to me and tell me, like, yeah, you know the rainbow you just saw the other day? I drew that last week. Just another piece of another part of my day. Like, yeah, man, I drew it with these painters. So, the giants of Elbaf were able to create these rainbows, are able to create a canvas in the middle of the air? What are these painters? We're nearing the foot. Rohan, my profile picture. Great taste, Sage. Great taste. In the Japanese, they are called sunstones. Like in Pokemon? Those types of sunstones? The painter stones were mentioned before, I believe, but we didn't know what they were. What are they cooking? They've got to be cooking something here, Phoebe. Seriously. just a little drawing. Like Ryunosuke from Zoe. Ready to go, captains? So Robin has been involved in both the Ryunosuke sequence from Zoe, and now also this giant rainbow. Just a nice little touch there, with her taking part in two beautiful drawings, going all the way back to Zoe. Oops, you ought to grab onto us now. The ship's gonna go vertical. So are they literally gonna ride the rainbow? Vertical? Why? Hey, wait. What's happening? Time to go up. Oh, dude, knock upstream style? Oh, see, this is the One Piece that I flipping love, dude. When we're just adventuring and not understanding the adventuring that's happening. Where, like, the adventure's truly taking us by the wheel. I guess we didn't explain this yet, did we? The Elbaf villages are on top of that tree. So we go right up this rainbow to get there. That's how you get into the island, dude. You know how insane that is? It reminds me whenever we were getting into Wano, and we had to go up that mountain. And then eventually, like, we crash landed and everything. And then also how we got into Skypiea. So to get into Elbaf, you have to ride this rainbow to be able to reach one of the villages. And we'll have a grand feast when we arrive. No, not that part. Explain about the rainbow. What is the ship riding on? Bonnie goes in and holds on to Robin. Man, rainbows are caused by the refraction of light passing through raindrops. And Robin's trying to, like, add some logic onto this. Frankie's trying to understand how in the world this is possible. Ba, what nonsense are you saying? You can ride on rainbows. They're just like, yeah, brother, it's a car. You know, it's like going to the year 1200 and be like, yeah, man, we've got this thing in the future. You would never believe it. You would never believe it. We ride on these things called trains. We ride on these things called cars. No horses, no camels. None of that. We're riding on cars, trains. You tell me that in the year like 800, I'm like, what are you talking about, brother? Dory and Broggy their vision is way too. I mean, we're talking individuals who are like Vegapunk levels into the future. You know what I'm saying? Egghead levels into the past/future. You can ride on rainbows, which is, what does that mean? Oh, what a panel! Oh, what a double page spread! Oh, I gotta save this. This is flipping One Piece right here, man. This is One Piece. This right here, man. This is the heart and soul of the series. This is the heart and soul of this majestic pirate manga, man. We're really riding on it. They're riding up there with the seagulls. Ga ba ba ba. It's a tailwind. Perfect rainbow sailing weather. There's no resistance to the flow. So once you've rowed a bit, the rainbow carries you the rest of the way. Dude, how cool is this, yo? How cool. Dorian Broggie said, screw the logic and the physics, and I'm down for it. I bet Luffy and the others will lose their minds when they see this. Dude, Luffy would have a field day on this. Are you kidding me? I think I've lost my mind already. Yo, yeah, me too. Ow! Frankie's got to be like, yo, how in the world is this possible? Like this, just look at this. I love this panel. With the clouds behind, the sparkling sunlight, the musical notes, the two ships riding on Rainbow Road, the seagulls, the clouds. It's like, dude, wow, it's like sailing on a sea of colors. Even the sparkly sound it makes is pretty. It even makes a sound. There are so many things still to learn about the world. And that's a beautiful thing coming from Robin, considering how much she's put into learning about so many aspects of the world. For her to be like, wow, there's still so many things that defy logic within this world. Time to ship out Binks Brew. Yo. Hey, captains, Dorian Broggie is stride here. Well, whose ship is that but Hadrudine and Stanson? Ow, it's been a while, Hadrudine. Good to see you, bud. Cyborg. I see, so Straw Hat's coming a bit later. We hunted a moose just for him. A moose? Ah, moose is tasty stuff. I'm getting hungry already. Only if there's leftovers. This is for the Straw Hat crew. Yeah. Fair enough. Like, yeah. This guy, of course, is for the kings. Dude. So now we're in the rope bridge connecting the underworld and sunworld. So the sunworld is second. So it's from the underworld to the sunworld, which means the sunworld is where Nami and them are. So before we continue, I just want to go back and look at this page again, dude, because I love it. I love it. And he's like, I find myself in a similar situation as the crew where I'm trying to understand how something like this can work. I mean, it's like riding on an ocean. Like I see that it's on that's on a rainbow. And like that fascinates me endlessly. So if they created this with paint, then what can't be done with those sunstones? Because the way I'm looking at it is, right, I've always felt that Elbaf was going to be the arc that would give us the best insight before the end of the series on how the One Piece world came to be. So because the arc would be based in so many creation myths and gods and concepts of creation, I thought this would be the perfect arc for us to really dive into that, which is why I still think we're going to get the Nika flashback within this arc, not the Joy Boy flashback in the for the Void Century stuff, but what took place before that. I've always felt was going to potentially take place in this arc. But now I'm curious, because if something like this, Sunstone has existed for a very, very long time, then what could they have created with the Sunstone that's still around today? That were created by the giants of the past. I mean, this is insane. This is a crazy new addition to the One Piece lore. These sunstones, these pieces of paint that can be drawn and completely change what you can ride your ship on, let alone what you could walk on. So I am fascinated by how far we're going to take this, specifically when it comes to the creation of the One Piece world itself. I'm interested. I'm very, very interested. Anyways, we go back to the rope bridge connecting the underworld and the sunworld. And of course, hold on. Are we with a Goldberg? With Goldberg and the giant girl? The Sunny, the king, Luffy, the Sunny. Hey, that's our ship. So Luffy, of course, having left Loki. And here we get to see the two giants. I love their designs. From the most recent chapter. You must be Luffy. Yo, she's like, oh, wait a minute, you gotta be the king. So she's holding on to Luffy in her hands. And she's saying he's so cute. She's holding him like he's an action figure. And then the other dude in the back is just holding the ship. I love little humans. Oh, but I'm not like him. I'm going to assume him is flipping fake sun god. I'm not like that weird Roto. Roto, that was his name. I don't want to lock you up. I just want to be friends. Yo, let's be friends. Gerd, that was her name. Gerd. So Gerd likes action figures. She likes dolls. So Gerd is fascinated by the king. Can't blame her. Gerd, that's really not the point right now. Oh, sorry. That's awesome. I know all about you. You were brought here against your will. And that was because of that weirdo I know against my will. She's like, you're brought here against your will, and I know that weirdo against my will. So hey, we got something in common. You know what I'm saying? Like I see the vision. I see the vision. We're the same. You and I are the same. I'm so sorry about that. You mean that bonehead guy? You just flew up from the underworld. Did you fall down there? Luffy's like, huh? Don't tell anyone about meeting me or our little promise. You got that, Luffy? So, Loki made... So now Luffy's gonna be... I already know where this is going, man. This is gonna lead to some great comedy. Where he's gonna constantly think back to this Loki thing. And he's gonna be like, you know... in classic form. You know, that is, so Luffy's gonna be like, well, see what they're flying, I can't say anything. It's too cold to be sweating that much. Oh, don't worry about the sweating. He just gets that from his old man. He gets that from Dragon. The sweat don't me. Don't worry about it, man. We're just glad you're all right. So shout out to Gerd. Gerd loving Luffy is what I need in my manga. You know what I'm saying. So we've got Gerd, and I believe the other one's name is Goldberg. And their, of course, fascination here with a very, very funny individual is Gerd. Love their character designs, too. I genuinely love their character designs. Yeah, I love Gerd. Gerd is awesome. For sure, yeah, same thing, Phoebe. Yeah, this scene definitely made me love Gerd even more than I did from the initial reveal. Good stuff. Elbaf's Sun World. We're already going to something else? Before we transition, I just want to take this in one more time. Okay. Elbaf's Sun World 2nd level. Now I found you. Oh, so now we're going to be going into like the thing. Wait, oh, so are we going to run into Usopp and them now? At last, come back to me, my perfect little live dolls. Is that Roto? Nami and Chopper? It is that flipping Flagnard. Quickly, before everyone else finds out, I have to lock you up more securely than before. So, of course, Nami and Chopper here. So I can keep you for life, my ultra rare Nami. This dude is treating Nami like a Pokemon card, bro. Like a gacha game. Like he rolled the best unit in the game, which he's not lying. Nami is the best unit in the game. And ultra rare Chopper. Okay, so now he's really fine. He sounds like a Treasure Cruise fiend. Ultra rare Nami, a Sugo rare Nami, and a Sugo rare Chopper. Foo. Is that a tree? So we have this massive tree that just falls on dude. Oh, it's Zoro. I was like, where did this tree come from? Hadi Popu goes in to attempt to collect his Sugo rares. We've got Sanji, Usopp, and Zoro. I don't believe it. Even animals wouldn't fall for that trap. So they activated a trap. Oh, geez, you overdid it, Zoro and Sanji. We can't get in trouble. We didn't touch him. Let's get going, my boy Sanji, man. Let's get going. I want to see this land of giants now. Me too. Curse you, tiny humans. There he is. Oh, Gerd and Goldberg. And the Straw Hats are there too. That sounds like my ultra rare Gerd. So everyone's just an ultra rare to this dude? Perhaps she has come to rescue me. Stop right there, Roto, you freak! And then you meet... Yo, this man's got a Kaido club! He's rocking the Kaido mace! Oh, snap! He's got the Kaido mace! And she's rocking the Kratos axe! Kaido mace, Kratos axe, they bop, dude. Pack Roto up. We love to see it. A collector's item. Exactly. Dude, we pack Roto up. Wow! A giant babe! Sanji. You know what, Sanji? I get it, man. I get it, dude. I understand. So now that's 2 arcs in a row where Sanji and Zoro both fell for giant women. That's all I know. See, now the evidence of our attack is gone, says Cloud Strife Zoro with the Advent Children glasses. Good point. Ah. I love how Nami and Usopp, hearing Zoro state, like, you know, with that our evidence is gone. They're like, yeah, absolutely. That's it. Great point, boss. Great point, you know. They've got like that classic cartoon comedy going for them. Hey, you guys. Luffy, of course, reunites with them, and now we've got the East Blue squad with us. Oh, I love this panel, man. The Sunny's here, too. We have Roto with his head in the background. Oh, I love this. So, the Sunny's here, too. Hello there, you must be the Straw Hat Crew. I'm Gerd, and this is Goldberg. So, that was his name. I knew I wasn't tripping. We're Hadrudine's friends. So, we got Goldberg in the background. Gerd, of course, introducing herself to her favorite action figures. I'm so sorry you had to go through that scary experience. Don't worry, we'll be escorting you from here. They're even going to be with us. Woo! So Gerd's going to show us around? We didn't know what happened to us. Oh, I'll explain and make him pay for it. Let's go, Usopp! The Elbaf village is supposed to be on this level. Oh. It's like, bro, how can I read that and not get a little emotional, bro? How can I read that and not, bro? I feel my throat just clenching, dog. We made it to Elbaf, bro. Luffy and Usopp, the individuals that wanted to see this more than anyone else. After our connections in Little Garden. Man, that's beautiful, bro. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, I can't wait to see it. It's like, you know it's special when Usopp is like, no, I don't have Contract Island disease, bro. I want to see it too, dog. Come on, man. Just go straight through these woods and you'll reach the clouds. Hitch a ride and you'll see the village. Are they going to ride Rainbow Road too? Let's go after them. So, Gerd, look at Sanji. Oh my god. Bro, I'm telling you, like, insane. It's so beautiful. Bro, it's island clouds. Wait, what if they're not? She said we could ride them. Wow. On the giant pirate ship. So we've got the Rainbow Road. Oh, so they're not going Rainbow Road, they're riding the cloud. Like, they're literally just gonna bounce on the clouds and make it there. We cut back to Frankie and them, where they're riding on the Rainbow Road. Once we pass these clouds, you'll see it. Elbaf has 3 levels. Astral? Oh, the Astral. Astral, Sun, and Under. Astral Plane is fascinating. To have that be a region of your island. The Astral Plane. That actually goes into quite a bit of theories that we've heard about astral projection throughout the years and how that could be utilized within a story like One Piece. So the 3rd level of this being called the Astral is actually really interesting. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to correlate into other things like I just said, but I do find it to be interesting. Starting from the top is the Astral World, the Sun World, and the Underworld. We live in the Sun World where the sun's rays reach. There are a number of villages there. It's too big to see all of it at once, but that's our villages over there. Wow. Come the flip on, man. We made it. We made it. We made it to Elbaf, bro. Come on. Come on, man. Dude. We made it to flipping Elbaf, dog. And we see the rainbow in the background. It looks exactly how I would have envisioned it. You know, as a Chrono Trigger fan, this reminds me so much of the Sky Sanctuary place from Chrono Trigger. From the little bridges here to the clouds under, it just has very heavy Chrono Trigger vibes. While at the same time containing exactly what we would expect from a Viking-esque place. I love the design of the houses. I love the design of the trees. I love the design of the bridge. Everything about this. The fact that it is Elbaf. Welcome to Elbaf. Whoa. And that's Luffy there. To be in the presence of the Gargantuan is to know emotion. Hold on, dude. This man... To be in the presence of the Gargantuan is to know emotion. Who can possibly put this sight into words that convey its grandeur? Oda is Shakespeare, man. To be in the presence of the Gargantuan is to know emotion. Who can possibly put this sight into words that can convey its grandeur? Who has the words to be able to convey what they're seeing right here? It most certainly isn't me. He's cooking. He's cooking, man. Yes, narrator is the MVP of the chapter, as always. As always. I just can't believe this panel, dude. Like, we're here. We made it, man. No, not the flashback. You guys, someday I swear I'm going... You guys, someday I swear I'm going to Elbaf. Luffy, Betty's, he can't stop smiling. Usopp's crying, I can't blame him. I'm gonna bust into tears too. To the village of warriors. Alright, Usopp, let's do it. Damn it, man. We almost lost Usopp in Water 7. Soge King had to come in and replace him from it. But we got him back. And from that moment on, like, one day, we're going to see the land of Elbaf together. And that's why I was a little heartbroken when this arc started and they split Luffy and Usopp. Because I was like, I really want them to be together here. Because this is such a central focal point of their friendship, man. And what a beautiful sight to have the entire page dedicated to Elbaf. And the flashback with Luffy and Usopp's reactions to Elbaf, bro. I mean, can we get much higher? Can we get much flipping higher, man? Oh, this is one of my top 5 pages of the year right here, bro. off of emotion, off of long-term payoff. I'm going to read Akash Panda Super because it's exactly how I feel. Akash Panda comes with a 5. It was better to not have the spread take up the entire double page in this case. Luffy's and Usopp's reactions right next to the spread is everything. It's everything. I didn't even notice until just now because I was so caught up in the grandeur of this. But exactly what you're saying is how I feel about this too, Akash Panda. It allows this entire page to be instantly iconic to the series. It carries so much emotional weight, also carrying the beautiful adventure aspect of the series that we all love so much. I can't imagine how many years Oda's been waiting to draw this panel, dude. Powerful, powerful stuff, man. Powerful stuff. Wow. And we cut over to the next page, and it shows Robin, Chopper, Frankie, Zoro, Bonnie. This is Elbaf Island, the Kingdom of Warland. Oh, we're seeing all their reactions. Jinbei, Nami, Brook, Lilith. Bro, Sanji low-key has been the funniest character in this arc, bro. he has been on point with the comedy in this arc, bro. Oh, man. This is beautiful. I love how Chopper is also losing his mind here because of that trio, right? How beautiful. Everyone can't help but be in awe of this. So they're riding on the Rainbow Road, but most simplify the matter. Excuse me. Hey, Straw Hat. Luffy's group is here. We've been looking for you. We're gonna reunite. Did you guys just get here? Glad we found you. It worked out in the end. By just using the oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. But over there sliding, bro. What is going on? We got the camera sliding. It can't handle the narration. Hold up. Bro, I'm trying to narrate. Stop moving the camera. Hold on. You know what? I'm just going to have to move up. That's what it is. But most simplify the matter by just using the name Elbaf for the land of the giants. Oh, there's more. Plants, trees, vines, flowers, insects, fish, birds, and animals. What is going on? Luffy, Usopp, and Chopper. Elbaf rules! What? Are you guys riding on a rainbow? Of course! Of course! Everything is breathtakingly huge. Adventurers, do not regret your lost. Do not regret your lost time here. Oh, how beautiful is that? Adventurers, do not regret your lost time here. Now, I don't know if that has some sort of grander indication, but even if it's just from a like, don't allow any time that you spend here adventuring, believe that it's gone to waste. I think that's a very beautiful thing to say. A very beautiful thing to say. Now, I don't know if it has any grander things beyond that, but I think just by itself, that is an extremely beautiful thing to say. Everything is breathtakingly huge as they lose their minds over the riding the rainbow. The hockey's too strong. That most certainly is what it is. However, if there is one message you take away from my account, oh, someone's writing this? Let us on the ship. Is that a bear? Dude, that bear is huge! Of the gigantic and mystical land of Elbaf, let it be this word of warning? However, if there is one message you take away from my account of the gigantic and mystical land of Elbaf, let it be this word of warning. Is that a shadowed out silhouette? Or am I tripping? In the middle of these... No, that is a silhouette. However, if there is one message you take away from my account of the gigantic and mystical land of Elbaf, let it be this word of warning. Is that the dude from a couple chapters ago? Do not overstay your welcome here. Louis Arno? Explorer? Is that a real person? Or is that a fictional character? Louis Arno, Explorer. Do not overstay your welcome here. So is Louis this character? Louis Arno, Explorer. Do not overstay your welcome here. Wait a minute. So let me pull back and read the entire thing. The legend Louis Arno Bragman from Little Garden. Ah, I see. One of his books is in... Oh, I see. From chapter 115. Little Garden Coach. Thank you. So check chapter 115. Yeah, most certainly was not going to remember that. Let's see. 115... Okay, the chapter right after Robin's introduction. Little Garden of Adventure. How crazy. Oda's a madman. In the Little Garden Adventure chapter, we then get some sort of payoff to that in the Elbaf Adventure chapter. So let me see. Oh, this, by the way, this is one of my favorite Nami panels. Don't your carriage just melt away on a ship like this? So beautiful. The dolphin... Not me, no stop it. I've read about this before. Little Garden. Okay, so yeah, there must be whenever Nami's trying to find the book. Prehistoric island. To its inhabitants, the island truly is Little Garden. Therefore, let us call it Little Garden, Land of Giants. Bragman. Fiction romance. Dude, Oda's a madman. He finishes the Adventure of Little Garden chapter the same way he finishes the Adventure to Elbaf chapter. So let's read the entire narration. To be in the presence of this gargantuan is to know emotion. Who can possibly put this sight into words that convey its grandeur? This is Elbaf Island, the Kingdom of Warland. But most simplify the matter by just using the name Elbaf for the land of the giants. Plants, trees, vines, flowers, insects, fish, birds, and animals. Everything is breathtakingly huge. Adventurers, do not regret your lost time here. However, if there is one message you take away from my account of the gigantic and mystical land of Elbaf, let it be this word of warning. Do not overstay your welcome here. So, there's so much that I want to dissect here. How long ago were these books written? How important is Louis going to be for the grand scheme of finding out more about the story? And is this silhouetted character in any way, shape, or form related to Louis and or Louis himself? I don't know. I don't know. Regardless, I'm so glad there's no break next week. Because, man, this chapter was straight up full-blown adventure piece. This was beautiful. From start to finish. From title to end. We got Buffy, the two-piece MC, hyping up the king. Rainbow Road with the other side of the Straw Hats. Beautiful, beautiful pages, man. Gird greatness. Ah. Dude, then this Elbaf page. Look at this page with Luffy and Usopp on the left, man. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff. And it's like the mysteries continue, bro. But we're all together again. I'm shocked that we immediately came back together like this. So I wonder where this leads us now. Where this is going to lead the arc. Man, what an awesome chapter. From an adventure piece standpoint, I absolutely adored this chapter, man. This felt so in the spirit of this series. Just loved it. Do not overstay your welcome here. You know, Gustav, that's what I was thinking as well. So Gustav says, weird how Arnott tells people to not regret their lost time there. And then tells them to not overstay. Maybe time works differently in Elbaf. So that's what I was thinking too. That I thought that the original line was talking about like no matter how much fun you have here or how much it may feel like what you're doing is like minuscule or whatever, to love every second of like the time that you spend here from like an adventure standpoint, right? From like a romance of adventure standpoint. That's what I thought he was going for. But then once we got the full scope of the entire thing, it was clear that there's something else being indicated there. Let's read some of the supers. Phoebe Kira Tokyo comes in with a 5 and says, "This is Elbaf. Odo, this is 7th week in a row you've shown us that we're finally an Elbaf chapter in class, and I'm not complaining." So true. We've gotten multiple back-to-back This is Elbaf chapters, and they all feel just as good as the last. Matter of fact, this was probably the most emotional one. Even though, like, 11:30 was like the holy Flagnards were here. This most certainly was like the, oh man, Luffy and Usopp are seeing it together. You know, like the long-term payoff for all of these years. So beautiful. So immensely beautiful. But yeah, Phoebe, I'm not complaining either. I'm not complaining either. I love every second of it. Thank you for the super. Koshman comes in with a 2 and says, "Scenery's so good, Zoro had to take his goggles off. He had to see with his own eyes." He had to see with his own eyes. That's how you know you're experiencing something beautiful. When you have to experience it with your own 2 eyes. Akash Panda. Thank you for that. Josh Pointer was membership 15 months. Says, "Silhouette is definitely kid and not chapter 631, dude." Oh, yeah. Chapter 631, dude. Silhouette being kid would be fascinating. I mean, I'm assuming that he's going to come back in some shape or form, so I wouldn't doubt it. But I do think it is chapter 631, dude. I just wonder if chapter 631, dude, is Louis or somebody connected to Louis now. Louis? Metaphor Refantasio? Oda? I can't even say that. Oda wrote Louis back in like 1999 with Little Garden. Thank you, Josh Pointer. Recon comes in with a 2 and says, in my opinion, the figure is either Louis himself or Shiki. So Shiki definitely could be similar. I have that in the same vein as Kid, where it feels very likely, but I'm still going with Louis or somebody connected to Louis, being how that panel was laid out. And then Recon follows that up with, I want to see Willie Gallen / Louis more in story so bad. Me too. Considering their importance to the adventure piece arcs and the narration they provided. Like, I really want to see both of those characters within the series so bad. So bad. Give it to me Legend of Galactic Heroes style, which, just in case you guys have not seen Legend of Galactic Heroes, there are some historical episodes that they literally cover like a documentary. So, like, they'll go into a certain episode, let's just say if it's like going into something that happened in the past, and they treat it like if it was a real life event that happened, and they have like a documentary. So like a documentary that you would like watch on Netflix. They will like dedicate an episode to like it being like a documentary of like something that actually happened within the series itself. It is so cool. I would love to see something like that with like Willie Gallen and Louis, and what they discovered in the past. That'd be so dope. So dope. Thank you, Regan, for that. Definitely on agreeing with you there. Alejandro Solis comes in with a 5 and says, thinking I've seen it all, then Oda comes in and shows us they still got it. From Rainbow Road to Giants Living in the Trees, go to Always Live or Speak Fiction. And I think all of us were kind of like Robin in this chapter. We were like, you know, there's still so much of this world that we have yet to see. Because I'm sure coming here to the end of the series, we're like, I don't know if Oda can surprise us anymore with like how the adventure stuff is going to take place from here on out, except for maybe Laugh Tale, right? But immediately that was thrown out the door with me trying to comprehend what the paint and the sunstone stuff have to do with the creation of Rainbow Road, as well as like the land of the giants being in 3 layers of a tree. It's just so cool. So cool, man. I love it. I love the us being placed in a similar situation as a Straw Hats attempting to piece things together. And, you know, he's done it multiple points within the story, but I just think here in this particular case, it really works. It really, really works. Double E Giuliani, thank you, Alejandro. Double E Giuliani comes with a 5 and says, if this Louis Arno is a solo explorer, it would be really cool to imagine traveling the world of One Piece and documenting everything. What a dream. Dude, 100%. It's and then writing books about it. So then it makes you wonder. There are so many books within the One Piece series that have constantly been called back to. And you always wonder, like, okay, who wrote these books? And some of the only authors that we know now are Louis and Willie Gallen. So going back and wanting to find out how somebody documented that stuff, to me is insanely fascinating. Considering just to be able to do that on your own would mean that you have to be of some sort of level of handling yourself, not from a power standpoint, but more from a survival standpoint. Like you would have to be very, very well versed in survival skills and how to survive in like really, really harsh environments. And you'd have to do a lot of the heavy work yourself, from navigation to cooking your own meals to healing your own wounds. A lot of the things that, you know, would be given to multiple different individuals on a ship would have to be taken on by a solo individual. That to me is extremely fascinating, which is why I really want to know more about this character. If all of that is true, right? It's just so cool. So cool. And documenting everything in this series, like, Like, how cool is that? Yeah, Doran Rostuvia. It's so interesting, right? Because it does open the path for space peace. It opens the path specifically, maybe not in the way that it'll be done directly, but it opens the path for Oda's not done showing us things that we have yet to understand within the One Piece world, which I think is so interesting. Quagtooth says, excuse me, the first Elbaf spread was very intense and overwhelming. The second was wondrous, like an actual dream come true. Couldn't have said it any better. That's exactly what it felt like, Quagtooth. Exactly what it felt like. The first one was so intense and overwhelming that you couldn't comprehend what you were seeing. And in the second one, it's like all those emotions hit at once. All of the years of theorizing, all of the years of thinking about it. So beautiful. Alejandro Solis comes in with a 2 and says, Lilith is not shocked since Stella saw it beforehand. Yes, yeah, and she even said that in this chapter, right? Like, it looks just as beautiful as always, or something like that. If I'm not mistaken, she said. So, Ashwin says, Astral Realm might be space peace, meaning we might see Anel's return. I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. The top part being called the Astral Realm is so interesting to me. Both, like you said, from a space peace perspective, but also because this is a land of gods and fables and myths. The astral plane in so many stories gets explored from multiple different avenues. And if Oda were to explore it in so much of reform at the top of Elbaf, that would be so interesting. I would love to see Oda's version of the astral plane, if that's what he's going for. If not, he could just be utilizing that verbiage to lead into something that's like space, right? Or something that that would take us to a point like that, which would make Elbaf even crazier than it already is, honestly. Theory, a former... So Brandon King says... Theory, thank you, by the way, Alejandro Solis. A former user awakened the Nodonodo no Mi on Elbaf, and so Nodonodo photons are abundant in Elbaf, causing time to move slowly. Ooh, that's a good theory, Brandon King. So the former owner of Foxy's fruit permanently slowed down time here. That is fascinating. Yeah, 100% Ocean Plan. It's like, what are those characters doing now? The characters that, like you said, the actual, like, scientists and explorers and physicists that went about the entire One Piece world trying to find stuff out themselves. Like, what are they doing now? If they're still alive. Astral Realm is Heaven Realm and TCB? Oh, the Heaven Realm. Okay, that is very interesting if it was worded in that way, referencing heaven and hell. I think it could fit better. That is really interesting. That changes actually my perspective of the entire thing, if that is what it actually is. So the heaven realm versus the astral realm. There has to be some sort of medium between the two. A Nika constellation. Watch out, Quagtooth. Watch out. That would be incredible. Yeah, with incredible documentation and it, like, what I find so interesting before I read Phoebe's comment here. I love your comment, Double E Giuliani. So let me read Double E Giuliani's comment before I give my own 2 cents on this. So Double E says, probably with such incredible documentation, Louis Arnold was considered a fantasy storyteller, hence the Bragman fiction romance. We know that crazy things in this series are documented not as fact, but as fiction. They are considered to be quote-unquote lies, fantasy. So, what if Louis Arno was an individual, like you're saying, that had such incredible, in-depth, and detailed documentation that the individuals who read it could not believe that so many of those things could actually exist within the world, and thus called it fantasy? That, to me, goes so in line with the themes of the series, as well as how certain things, how information has been spread through the course of the One Piece verse. And I would love that. I think that would be so in line with the adventure aspect of this series. For things to be so otherworldly that people cannot comprehend that actually being a reality, and so they dub it fantasy. I love that idea. So going into Phoebe's comment, Phoebe Kiritokyo says with a 10, 100% real serious theory, the painter stones paint things. Kanjuro will be back from the dead along with Miss Golden Week. Turn the One Piece into Splatoon and be the final villains. Source, trust me, bro. So let me tell you something. As somebody who plays Splatoon and actually genuinely loves Splatoon, they don't want to see me in Splatoon. You know what I'm saying? Kanjuro does not want to see me in Splatoon. Kanjuro does not want to see Monkey D. Luffy in Splatoon. Because if I'm not mistaken, we got a... it was a color page a couple years ago, where Luffy was using like the blaster from Splatoon. Not the actual blaster, but it was like sort of similar to it. So, Luffy's already good with using that thing. Kanjuro and Miss Golden Week, they don't want to see the Straw Hats in Splatoon. That's all I know. And they definitely don't want to see Instant Messenger Sama in Splatoon. So, ultimately, they would then be defeated. And then Emu would take the paint stones, painting things, and truly change the way that we see the One Piece world. That's my theory on top of your theory. That's where we're going with there with that one, Phoebe. But no, seriously, I am so fascinated by the painter stone paint things. I really am. I really am. Thank you so much, by the way. Buggy Des says the land where souls rest. Very interesting for Elbaf. The land where souls rest. Louis Arno, similar to Noland, exactly what I think that Oda's going for. So did One Piece actually happen? Is it being covered up as fiction? Quack 2. What about if Oda is Louis Arno? And he's just been all this time documenting the actual events of Pirate King Monkey D. Luffy, and we are experiencing that 800 years after it actually happened in real life. How's that for food for thought? Yeah, for real, kid YT, 100%. It goes very well with the Usopp stuff. For sure, Flourish. Imagine people at the top of the Atom Tree wearing Celestial Dragon space helmets. Joaquin, that would blow my mind. If we see people at the top of the astral plate, of the astral plate part of Elbaf, and they're wearing the Celestial Dragon space helmets, holy flagnards. Wonder if Asgard... Oh, yeah! We definitely gotta see that. Wonder if Asgard is in the astral realm, and that ties into the lost mythology about the ancient kingdom, maybe the scriptures that we saw in the NL cover story. It might have lore about the 20 kingdoms. Ooh, Ashwin. That's a cook. That's a cook. I definitely... Even if Asgard is not there, I definitely think the astral realm is going to contain information about everything you just said. I most certainly am expecting that. It's interesting that it creates things with light, and light creates anything according to Vegapunk. Yes. In regards to like the sunstone painting things. Yes. Wait, it refracts the sun's light? I wonder what Luffy could do with it. We're about to really learn what that thing is capable of. What the sun is capable of. Yeah, true that. That really goes into line once again into why they believe so many of these things were gods. You have somebody who can create paint, and then it's reflected off of the sun itself. It's like, how could you not? Especially not having the context of what actually creates these unexplained phenomena, right? Like, I putting myself into the shoes of the characters that are within the series. So they to them, that's just another day at the office. It's so interesting. Yes. Clive Z, this is like what I was thinking of, was Dawn Freaks. Dawn Freaks and the Journeys to the New World. Precisely. When the writing is being considered as fiction due to its outlandish nature and the possibility that the author is still out there, 100%. Exactly what I was thinking of as well. It's so cool. I love this. Is the kind of stuff that gets you excited for the adventure. Yeah, Ocean Plan. Like, it gets you pumped for the adventure. It truly does. What do you want to be on the cover of the final One Piece volume if you could pick? I want the same thing that we got in Volume 1 and Volume 61, but just with all the characters at the end. All the Straw Hats specifically. The Straw Hats with their final end-of-series designs in the Volume 1, Volume 61 format. That's what I want for the final volume cover to be. Louis Arno was the greatest hook for me in this chapter. Potentially for me as well, Flourished. I just think it's so interesting as a mystery. Will the sun itself be necessary for finding the One Piece? Ooh, Quag 2. That is a cook. Refracting light, the sun itself being necessary to discover and or find the One Piece. Potentially. Considering how much we're starting to really learn about all this stuff, right? With the Mother Flame and what we learned back in Egghead and what we're learning now. Yes. It very well... I'm not going to give like a 100% like, yeah, it absolutely does. But I think what we're starting to understand is that a lot of those things are going to end up being what leads us to finding Laugh Tale / finding the One Piece. So yeah, I would say if I was the betting man, yes. Yes. But man, what a chapter. What a chapter. I'm going to go ahead and call it here. Ladies and gentlemen, I will see y'all next week for some One Piece greatness. This was an adventure piece chapter to the max. And I loved every single second of it. Emotional stuff. Luffy and Usopp. Great stuff with Gerd. Can't wait to see the kid meeting up with Luffy. Buffy meeting up with Luffy. And of course, see what happens with the silhouette of Louis as we head deeper into Elbaf. They said they wanted to host a grand feast, so I wonder where that leads us into next chapter as we finish off the year for the One Piece greatness. And so I truly appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you so much. Usopp Peace begins here, as Quag2 says. I'm so excited for what's to come here in Elbaf. And I wonder how we're gonna feel this time next year, when we're like 30 something chapters deep into this arc. Usopp Shippuden time. Yo, Vortex man, I'll love to your Liverpool, dude. I can't slander them any longer. They truly have separated themselves from the pack. They are number 1 in the Champions League and they are number 1 in the Premier League. I can't say anything about them. I cannot. They are cooking at the highest level, defeating everyone they should. I have nothing bad to say about Liverpool. My lips will be shut. I genuinely believe they're playing high quality. High quality. As much as it hurts me to say that. They are the team to beat right now. It is actually unreal. It is actually unreal. But ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good one. But the bright side, your Eagles are flying. Eagles top 1. I mean, Lions are technically top 1, but the Eagles are cooking. Saquon Barkley on a different level. Yeah, I mean, we are doing good. Defense has finally woken up. But, God, man, our running game is just insane. When we beat Baltimore today, it solidified, like, yo, we're for real. We're for real. But, yo, y'all have a good one. Thank you so much, y'all. Romanticism season is here for the One Piece greatness. Please get a room of manga. Gosh, Panda, one of these days, man. I got you. One of these days. All love to the squad. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will see y'all next week for some more One Piece greatness. Adventure Piece, man. It's the best. There's nothing better than it. Nothing better. Well,